This is Mentally Dope. Join us, Charmaine and Jasmine, two Black licensed therapists, as we build a bridge between mental health and Black culture. Come on, it's gonna be dope.
Hi! Hey guys, we are Stay Mentally Dope, and I am Charmaine.
I'm Jasmine.
Yeah, join us today, guys. We are talking about my absolute favorite movie, like number one, uno. Is it uno?
Okay, we don't speak Spanish, but yes, number one.
My favorite movie of all times.
Surprise, surprise! I've never seen it until now. Never seen it because.
But she loved it.
Oh yeah, it was really good. I don't regret this one. But again, remember, it came out in 1999. I was 9 years old. Okay, I was not allowed to watch a rated R movie, even though by today's standards, it's not very rated R.
It really wasn't. Like it really was not.
By today's standards. Back in the day, I'm sure.
Well, I don't know. I am older than you, but I think I was in high school when I first watched it. Probably like the 9th or 10th grade.
I'm sure it was like replaying on the TVs.
And then it became like one of my favorite movies. Like then, loved it. We used to like walk around and quote it. I used to have like literally like that was like my voicemail. Did y'all ever like record things as like your voicemail? And like that was like my voicemail. Like, what ass for that? That was my voicemail in high school. I don't know what was wrong with me, but I did love the movie.
We don't know what's wrong with you.
I did love the movie. I bought it
good. It was cute.
Several times. Like, I love it. It's
back when we had to go buy movies.
Yeah, my DVDs. I actually had to pull it out and watch it on DVD because I didn't want to pay for it on Amazon or Hulu or whatever. So I literally
You had a DVD player?
I literally went and found my DVD player. It was in a box. I found the DVD, which was in the box, and I put it in, and it worked, and it played beautifully. And I watched The Wood on DVD. I understand.
Interesting. I recorded it. I DVR'd it because it came on BET the next day, and I was like,
"Really?
I'm gonna DVR it," and I just rewatched it.
I searched it, and I didn't see where it was coming on anywhere. So I was like, "Well,
it's coming on again tomorrow on Saturday, just in case, and Sunday."
See, So I'm also like really picky too. I don't like watching stuff edited.
That's what I'm saying. I may not get the full effect because it was kind of edited, I don't know, like barely. So what's it about? Sorry.
Okay, so I will give a full synopsis on our Instagram. If you're not following us, follow us. But it's pretty much about three best friends. We got Mike, we got Ro, and we got Slim or Lavinio. And they are three best friends who are growing up in Inglewood, California. And you find out about how they're navigating teenage years. Like they meet at a young age, and then it grows with them all the way through adulthood. We actually like start the movie at Ro's wedding, but Ro is MIA, and then you learn as they go to find him, and they go through all of the shenanigans and like memories and like the who's who and the friendship, and it's
a ride.
Yeah. It's romance, it's comedy, it's heartfelt, it's all the things to me. To me. If y'all don't like it, I don't care because I still love it. But
nobody's fighting with you about this.
I'm just saying, don't fight them. I'm just playing. But yeah, so it is. But we're talking about, in this aspect, we'll talk about like what that was, like the teenage experience for this movie. Seeing these three gentlemen, we can also add in Alicia. We can also add in Alicia because I mean she's pretty much like the main female character. But adding in their experience as teenagers and how this shows up. Like, yeah. What were your thoughts on that? On like the teenage experience for like them three and like some things that popped out for you?
I think it was good. I think it was common. Like I think a lot of it, even though it might feel like, unique to, where they at? Inglewood, Compton, where they say? Yeah. It might feel unique to that, but it was also like common stuff. It wasn't like extraordinary in any way, which also makes it good because like everybody can relate to it. I also think a lot of times we always have to see like Black trauma, like, oh, you came from the hood and you gotta do this, and like you overcame, and like there's nothing that feels normal. It's always like, oh wow, look at that crazy life, instead of like, normal people exist and they grow up in that way. And so that was also good to see, but it feels very common in the best way.
Like that is a good point, that there is a teenage experience that's, I don't want to say completely universal, but in a lot of ways, there is like a universal element to this. We see like, we see him, we see Mike, who says that he has moved, what did he say, 3 times in the past 5 years.
5?
5 times in the past 3 years? 1 or 2.
Something like that.
So he's
the
moved,
numbers.
Yeah.
He moved a lot.
1 or 2. He's moved several times, and he's actually doing a complete culture shock because he's moving from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and he's moving to...
He's doing a culture shock.
Yes, and he's moving to Inglewood, California. So he's going from like what he kind of sort of identified as like countryness, I guess, because he even had like the twang in his voice.
It's the technical South. It is the South, even though, whatever. If we're talking about maps, it don't look like the South.
It does not.
But it's the South,
way
and
that
it's
he
literally the
identified
opposite side of the country.
His accent was different. He had never been like somewhere.
They dress different.
Yes, completely.
People do things different in the South than they do anywhere else in the United States. It's a different world, literally.
Yeah.
And California is very different.
But it is completely different. Even like present day, it's like a culture shock sometimes just for us to be in those areas. So he's coming in first day of school. He bumps into Rowan, Levine, and Slim, and they're having a debate on who's better looking, Apollonia or Vanity. Which for a while I was like, they're the same person, but I guess their character is different. But whatever. So they're having a debate. They pull him in, and he's like I don't know what to do. I'm like, he looks different as far as like both of them have Jerry curls, which is like popular in their area. He does not.
Can we talk about these Jerry curls though? Okay, I don't know what it is, but Slim's Jerry curl was different than Rose's Jerry curl. But just looking at it, I was like, why did they put that on this man's head? They could have. The texture wasn't doing what it was supposed to do. Okay, it just was.
The texture wasn't texturing.
It was too much. But I'm not saying it's not realistic. Okay, black people got all different types of hair texture, but something about it was just like real wiggy. For him, the other one was more believable.
I don't know what it was. But so anywho, he gets sucked into the friendship. Like they immediately embrace him and they're like, hey, like you're the new kid. You got the same homeroom as us. Come on, you can hang out with us.
And they got Jerry curls and he got a fro.
Yeah, they also identified culturally difference too. Is they was like, what set are you from? He was like,
that's the first question.
He was like, I don't know what that means. And they was like, do you gangbang? And he's like, I don't know what that means.
I just got here.
I don't know what that means.
It's real early for me to find a gang. I don't know.
Should I? I don't know what this is.
Which one should I do?
Then do you play basketball? And he's like, I play baseball. And they're like, whoa, what?
Right.
Baseball.
Exactly. And he comes in, which... Isn't it hot outside? He got a whole Letterman jacket on.
But I'm thinking that because he said it was like the temperature or something. He said it was like a colder temperature. Well, like a colder month. So it was probably colder.
But California.
Where he was at, and he got there and realized.
It probably felt like summer to him because California don't get cold like that. So, interesting.
Yeah.
So you can tell already. He was out of place, out of touch, whatever. And then the first thing that they ask him to do is they set him up for failure.
Yes.
In my opinion, they set him up. Okay. And maybe they had good intentions, whatever, but they knew what they was doing. They didn't know he was going to pick the girl he was going to pick, maybe, but they set him up.
No, because they said that her booty looked nice. So
did they say do her, or did they let him pick who he wanted to do it to?
I think it was her. Because I remember them saying like, dang, her booty looked nice, and then he was like, and he was like, I'll give you $1 if you go over there and grab her booty.
Okay, fine. Things that did not age well is this practice, okay? To like bet your friends to touch another girls, but that's the problem. Don't do that, okay?
Yeah, because I remember I asked people and they did this and like for years. So
they definitely do this in high school. It's a problem. Don't do it. But this is what happens in the movie. He touches the girl's butt and runs away. Well, he tries to run away. She, like, 2 pieces of real quick.
I feel like that baby. Kinda. She had some eagle eyes. She had some peripheral vision. She saw him coming or something. Like, because as soon as he got close, she was like, boom, and like popped him. I was like, God, dog.
Well, maybe that's her brother. He said, you gotta
Stick and move. Stick and move.
You ready? If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
That's
okay?
what they say. Yes.
So he happens to touch the butt of the girl who is the sister.
I'm gonna touch the butt. Sorry, that was.
What was it?
I'm finding Nemo.
I'm telling you, what is with these gangster names? Anyway, we won't get to that. But Stacy.
Yeah.
What do you say? His blood or something like that. And Stacy not going for all that.
Yeah.
She said, I'm gonna tell my brother. He comes out. Stacy's like, it's on. I'm gonna fight you, sir.
So also culture shock too is that everyone was scared of Stacy, and he was like he didn't know. I mean, like he was scared, but he also did not know that like no one else fought back. So his first thing was like, I'm gonna hit him. so
I mean, we're in a fight.
Yes.
But what is he supposed to think? He's like, well, we're in a fight. We're gonna fight. But see, look, his friends.
They tried a little bit. He was like, stop.
They were so scary, and I'm not even saying that, but like y'all didn't even try to help this man out, and you put him in this predicament.
Yeah.
And they was just like, okay, well, you got it, go ahead and do it. And then I guess what was he supposed to do? Just get beat up? What was the alternative? Yeah. Somebody fighting you, you just gonna stand there and take it?
Yeah.
You gonna punch him back?
Yeah. And then you had, and like in this moment, we see like this weird thing. Well, like you kind of like already saw it earlier when he like first gets into class and introduces himself, because that's a whole nother thing too. He gets to class and introduces himself, and you like saw the way that Alicia stared at him. They have like these interactions where like you can tell that he likes her, she likes him.
There's a lot of eye contact.
Yeah.
Okay,
so even her, she was like, I have to protect myself by telling my brother, I need you to be put in your place, but don't do too much because you know. Him kind of cute.
Mm-hmm. She did try to save him. She was like, Stacey, don't kill him. Just scare him. Like, that was the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, he survives it. It actually works in his favor, too. Because Stacey ends up being like, you took it like a man. You took it like a boss. And so, he has, like, a little bit of respect for him. So, neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Okay.
There were things about Mike that you could just tell were different. Big Mike in the wood. But, yeah, so bringing up also, too.
That's true. That's where he got his name, too. Big Mike. Even though, okay, sure.
But
you know, black people nicknames don't be accurate. They just be nicknames.
Yes.
Sometimes they are accurate.
Sometimes we be having questions like, how'd you get that new name?
Right.
Because I need to know. But one of the other things that were universal, and I know that me and Jasmine had this conversation that were universal, were hormones. Like, it's just something that kind of, I don't know why when I thought about this, I always think about J. Cole's song. Is it Adolescence or Wet Dreams?
Wet Dreams.
Okay. I can't remember which, like, with the one about.
Both. I'm sure he talks about both, but I think Wet Dreams is pretty obvious.
Yes,
it's that one.
The main one about, like, him and the girl in class or whatever. But Mike is a teenage boy, and he's also a teenage boy who has a very, very hard time controlling himself in these different situations.
Yeah, but also, like, it's not in your control sometimes. That's not really how it works. Especially when you're like, okay, if you're a guy or a male, you're a person with a penis, okay? It doesn't really happen like that, right? Like, you could get stimulated off of lots of different things unintentionally.
Yes.
Or intentionally. And also, it's like, you got a new toy and you don't really know how it works yet.
Yes.
So, it's all like, oh, I don't know what to do. Like, how do I undo this? And so, like, he's embarrassed when he has to come in and introduce himself. He's embarrassed during the dance. Like, there's a lot going on.
So yes, first day of school, he's staring at Alicia, he loses control, and he has to stand in front of the entire class and introduce himself. So we just put the binder in front of him and say, I like sports, and that's it.
I'm glad that was enough, because I know some teachers would be like, okay, and then what else? Tell us about your family. And I would be like, ma'am, I'm not doing this.
I gotta
go to the bathroom. I can't do this. So it happens. And again, like I said, I've worked with a lot of teenage boys, and first of all, when they get comfortable with you, they will tell you anything. And lots of these discussions are also like, can't really control it. Like, it just happens, and it happens at the worst times, and you just gotta figure it out. You gotta ride the wave.
I mean, but even in these situations, even though that these things are like universal and things that are happening and part of growth and development, we also see how this can affect people. Like, we're talking about mental health here. Like, how it affects people, and it affects their mental health, and it affects their confidence, it affects, like, their anxiety. If I don't know how to control this thing yet.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna be a little anxious.
Gotta do car. I don't even know how to steer it. I'm gonna steer everything.
Yes. I'm gonna be anxious. I'm not gonna, like, be, like, super, like, confident about, like, being around you, because you may say the wrong thing to me, and I'm like, whoop, gotta go. Like, now I can't control this. And that's also a little embarrassing because I want to talk to you, but every time you get near me, I gotta go.
So this is new. Like, we don't know, like, at what point he started, like, puberty and all these things. Some people, it can happen late, it can happen early, which that doesn't really exist. It just happens when it happens. And so, like, especially if you're at the beginning stages of it, you don't know this is going to happen.
Yeah.
You don't know that you're going to, like, stand around the classroom and get an erection. You don't know that because you're like, this has never happened before.
Yeah.
Interesting. Is this what a hormone is? So, like...
Then, not to mention,
You never know.
not saying that they were more experienced than he was, but we're talking about the...
I think that they wanted him to think that he was more
Yes.
experienced.
But, like...
They wanted everybody to think.
Yes. But the confidence level, and well, like, starting off, because, like, he's the outsider, he's the newcomer, he's the one who's, like, just moved there, and then you have, like, Ro and Slim, who are already, like, established friends. Like, they've been here, they lived here, all of that stuff. So when he's coming in, and he's like, I don't know nothing about that, I don't know nothing about that, no, like, we know all about that.
Let us educate you.
Yes.
Listen, this is the type of gum, which, again...
They had
adolescent minds.
They had gum to downtown silence.
You got to figure this stuff out, okay? Like you're in the time where you're like, okay, what works, what doesn't work. This is what you do. This is not the right type of gum. This is when you need to put it in. You need to make sure you're thinking about this. Just because that's just how adolescence is.
But
you
then
gotta
also,
try to make it, okay?
But then also imagine like that being like thrusted into this thing, because like this was not a conversation, even that conversation. This was not a conversation that happened weeks before the school dance. They were going to the school dance, y'all. They was going to the school dance, and they was like, all right, so like we need to go get breath mints. We need to. And he's like, wait, what? We need to have pen and paper. Wait, what? Y'all get girls' numbers? Like. I gotta learn how to dance. Y'all, he couldn't dance. I gotta learn how to dance. Like I gotta get like pen and paper. I gotta know like what flavor of Tic Tacs to get. Like
There's
it's like
a learning curve, okay? You have to learn how to do it. You have to find a system that works for you.
But I'm pretty sure mentally, because if you guys have not seen it, there is like this moment where like they're so they're preparing for the school dance after he gets beat up and everything like that. They've been there for a few weeks, and then like it's preparing for the first school dance. He realizes in that moment, I've never danced with a girl before.
Any human, it sounds like.
Yes. So he went home. He practiced
On a stuffed animal.
Yeah, he had a Prince moment on a stuffed animal, and it was not cool. And then they had to get to the dance. Also had another culture moment because he didn't know that when they said Bloods and Crips, that it's all shades of blue. So when they told him to pull off his hat because his hat was North Carolina blue, they was like, it's all shades of blue. They got approached by some Bloods who was like, what up,
We're
blood?
not doing that. And also, we was color banging back in the day, okay?
Yes.
We don't do that like that anymore. But anyway.
So yes. So then we
Neither
have
here
that.
nor there.
Then his friends are like, we have a contest to see who can get the most girls' numbers, which is pen and paper.
Let me tell you something. What in adolescence, and it is very much a male thing for some reason, of just like we have to bet on it. We have to gamify everything. Why? Everything don't have to be a game. We ain't got to do that. Like, we could just show up and, like, have fun and do the thing. That's me. Anyway.
But I think that we also have to look at that from the other standpoint of the security or lack of security that females already have. The way that females don't have...
females.
Yeah. But the way that females don't have to do that. Like Alicia, she didn't care, but Alicia knew. Alicia was popular. She knew that every guy at the school liked her. And she also knew that she had security at home because when nobody playing with Stacy. So there was a level of confidence in Alicia that was like, I ain't gotta play these games. Y'all come to me.
Okay. You read into that a lot. I don't know. Sure.
Because you also see on the other end what it's like for females who are not that confident, females who are not that attractive, or who don't have that stability. There's a definite different prep for these situations too. Of I hope that someone talks to me. I hope that someone likes me. I hope that someone asks me to dance. Like, if you got it, you got it. And when you don't, unfortunately, like when you don't have that level of confidence or that level of security or that level of stability, these situations look different for you, male or female.
But what do you have? What do you need? What is currency in your teenagehood? What is the thing that gets you more? And part of it is genetics. Like, it's literally a lottery. Like,
I
it's
mean,
random.
yeah.
You
Because to
don't
me,
know.
there is hard parts about that, because there are certain things that we can't control, which is genetics. There are certain things like socioeconomic status. You can't control certain things. I mean, like, luckily nowadays, like, girls have like YouTube and stuff like that where they can figure some stuff out if they're creative enough. But there are like,
YouTube out here saving lives.
yeah,
Okay,
hey,
in the
back in
teenage
my
years.
day, baby, we had chapstick and that big old flat iron that burned your hair out. Like, I mean, you had to work with what you got.
Can't have nobody here.
Yeah, girl, burn all
Just
my
fried
hair.
off.
Fried dyed hair, but
R.I.P.
and blow dried.
to the
But
fried and dyed.
I think that it is stuff like that. Like, it's like how you look genetically, like, and then also there is a level of of popularity. If I think that I'm cute, like, my daddy done told me I was cute my whole life, but if there's like no boys at school who ever like try to talk to me, I'm gonna question it. Like, am I really that cute? Like, I've worked with teen girl clients who were like, but no guys come up to me. Mm-hmm. So how pretty am I really? Mm-hmm. It's like,
and it's sad because it's currency, right? Because, like, the better you look, the more popular you are, the more conventional you look, I will say. Like, because there is a standard, there is a way that, like, we think people need to look, or we think that is cuter than other ways. And if you don't have that, then usually, like, you get made fun of, you're gonna get roasted, you're not gonna have an easy time finding friends. Like, it's like layers on top of that. You gotta have the foundation of, like, cute enough.
yeah.
And then some people are super lucky and they win the lottery and they're like the most beautiful people ever that ever lived, and everybody loves them. So,
but you also have the girls who are really, really pretty and they're awkward, or like something like that. So there is like a combination, I guess, that you. But then, like,
this is true. You don't always have to look the part. Like, personality also makes a difference too. You know, people who like have a big personality, very extroverted, funny. That's also a thing.
Yeah, so I think that is hard, and all of those things can definitely be layered as teens. Like, so, like, we're in like this sensitive adolescent time where, like, the wrong thing just like throws you off. Like, oh wait, so now I'm in my first school dance. I try to have a dance with the girl. I'm struggling with how to dance. The girl gets embarrassed and is like, "I'ma stop," and she walks away.
What she say? She said, "I'm tired."
Yeah, so like, confidence just goes.
That didn't stop the party though. Look,
but he literally sat in the corner for like an hour. I'm pretty sure he went over there happy, like, this is the greatest thing ever. Like, he was sad. His friends are out there.
Somebody else to dance.
And I couldn't do it the first time. I can't do it this time, Mom. Like, I ain't trying again.
This is what I always try to get teenagers to understand. Like, go find the person who likes your type of weird, and you'll be fine. There can need to be in the corner with the guy who was just like, okay, that's the way to do it, and then, like, that's it, we're good.
Yeah, I don't know. I was that teen. I definitely would have been in the corner. I probably would have left. I'm not gonna lie.
Me too.
I probably would have been embarrassed enough. I would have been hurt enough. I would have been scared to be back, like, to be in school on Monday morning. Like, everyone's gonna be like talking about it. So I commend him for actually having the courage.
That didn't happen. Yeah.
But in my mind,
my
anxious would have told me.
I would need somebody. This is why you need to talk with kids about stuff, so you can, like, get into their brain of just like, well, because especially when you're a teenager, things happen, and, like, that's enough to put you off for, like, a long time.
Yeah.
Like, it's so magnified that it's just like, I'm never gonna do that again, and then we're done. Versus if you can, like, talk to someone and be like, yeah, that's normal. Like, when I went to the dance, like, it was X, Y, and Z, or whatever happened.
I think that the hard part about that is that also the kids don't forget. Like, that's the hard thing too, especially in, like, those years.
There's something about that time too.
Yes, there's something about that. There's something about, like, trying to get past it, and it being, like, you know, a month later, and, like, they're gonna go down the stairs last week. Like, why y'all gotta keep bringing that up? Mm-hmm. You gonna, like, keep, like, re-traumatizing me for the issues that I had? Okay, that's fine. So now we're gonna keep going through this. So I think that there is,
like, you get a nickname, you can't get rid of the nickname.
Yes.
Especially if you get in a way that was embarrassing.
Yes.
Then it turns into a whole thing. Like, everything during the time is just more intense for everybody.
Yes. But so it is trying to find ways to navigate it. Like the one we see, Slim, who's the class clown. That's just, like, his personality. I make jokes about it. I'm gonna laugh about things so that you can't really make fun of me. I'm gonna make fun of you. Like, it's like the way that we combat.
Mm-hmm. It was the Jerry curl. Yeah.
Yes.
But I also noticed that Slim is the darkest one there, and I wonder if that plays a difference too, like the color of your skin and how that works, because colorism is still alive and well.
100%.
And he was the one like, I'm gonna stay single forever.
Yes.
And like, do you want to stay single forever, or like, are you not doing well in the girl department?
I definitely think that Slim projected a lot of his stuff off on comedy, but like that's like me like looking at it deeper. I could see him like projecting like some of his personal issues possibly off on like jokes and like making fun of Ro and like Mike and stuff. It's like, what you got going on over there? Because I don't know. But like we even saw that at the beginning with like the first time that they found out that his name was Lavinio. His first reaction was like, no, make a joke. Miss Hughes, what's page 15 on? like I got like joke about it.
Okay, I see it.
Yeah. So and then we also see like, you know, like you said, socioeconomic status. They bet a lot of dollars. I don't know how much dollars worth this time, but they was.
I mean, you know, I looked it up. So.
But they.
I was like, how much was $1? Because they was real hype over this $1, and okay, $1 now would have been worth, what did I say, $3.20. So it was a lot. It's probably like having $5 in high school, and like, yeah, that was some money.
Yeah,
because you ain't got no job, I have a lot of money.
But yeah, so even that, the fact that I gotta constantly make bets with y'all, and give up $1 every time we make a bet, and y'all like, wait, you got $1? No. I don't have $1.
Like, where I'm supposed to get the $1?
Yes. And like we don't know why Mike's mom kept moving around the way she was moving. Like,
I mean, it looked like she was a single parent and had 2 kids, and like, you got to make some stuff happen.
Yes. So maybe no, I did not have $1.
No, I literally don't have $1 because I don't have a job. I can't drive. I can't do anything.
So then that also can be a factor too. Like, what happens when you that friend or that kid in school who's like, I ain't got no $1. I can't do this activity.
But a lot of times,
the same way it was in high school when they was going to the dance, and he was like, yeah, I'm wearing the suit that I wore to last year's formal, and she was like, last year, and he was like, yeah, like. I can't afford to.
Yeah, that's what I got the money for. That's what we're gonna do, which is none. So many people
I can't afford to keep buying new suits every time we have a new dance. Like this what we're doing.
It's a lot.
Yeah,
it's a lot. Okay.
Yeah. So
what else?
I mean, like, and then like also like looking at like we said, the ability to do things. So it's like the ability to fight.
This is true. You need but it's helpful on your point scale if you have a skill when you're in adolescence, right? You're the kid who does this. You're the kid who does that. Like we're trying to figure out ththese things.
Which now they even said that at the beginning when they asked him if he gangbanged.
What do you do?
Yeah, so he was like, "Well, I play Slim was like, "Well, I play basketball," and Ro was like, "I'm fine." So you could be like, like me. I look like good every day. Like
he said, I'm looking better every day. That's what he said. And I'm looking better every day. But also that's kind of how it is though. Yeah. Like when you're in high school, whatever, it'd be like, well, what do you do? And the thing that you do is almost like the thing that you are.
Yeah.
If you're good at it, if you're not good at it, like that's literally who you are.
But we kind of sort of saw that that Mike was quiet, but he was smart. And he also played football or basketball, or was it both?
Baseball.
I don't know. But then he played basketball with Alicia's boyfriend Eric. So I don't know. So it's just like
he was athletic.
Yeah, but he was also the quiet one. Not quite sure.
Yeah, we're sure. Charmaine thinks he has some self-esteem. Maybe I think.
I think that all teens have self-esteem.
I mean, definitely, but I think his self-esteem was still a little more solid. Because
yeah, 100%.
He wouldn't have done some of the things that he had done.
He also did not shift.
He stayed consistent.
Yes,
really.
Like even with coming into the group, he didn't get a Jerry curl. He kept his hair the way that he had.
Thank you, God.
He didn't like shift his clothes to be like them. He's like, no, I'm still wearing the stuff that I wore when I was in North Carolina. So I did love that.
And he wasn't ashamed about it. You know how because again, when you were a teenager, clothes are everything.
Yeah.
And so like what you're wearing and what you're not wearing is very apparent. And some people will try to hide that. Some people will try to make stuff look like it's more expensive than it is. Like this whole thing. And he was just like, nah, this is what I got.
This is what I got.
He ain't stressed about it. He ain't worried about it.
Yeah, I ain't worried about none.
Okay.
But he was. But he was. But it was other things. It was his hormones, his ability to dance, his
everything.
Yeah, all the other things. So like, how do I get the girl that I love? Because I saw her the first day and I was like, I love her.
That's not what he said. So he
said that I was a goner as soon as she walked into my math class. It was so cute.
Okay, so we're going to talk about peer pressure, because that also is a commodity in your teenage years.
But I think that so we saw the peer pressure with the first dare to grab Alicia booty. We saw peer pressure with the dance, and I'm like, we need to get as many numbers, which there's a question that needs answers about that, but we'll get to that in a second. But like, we saw that with that, we saw, I mean, maybe it's peer pressure, but it's also like educational. Peer pressure can also be like safety.
Educational. Oh,
like safety. Like so like when before the dance, when they went to the gas station, to the corner store.
We were all almost traumatized. It really took me back to the other video that we did, but we didn't go there.
Which one?
No, I can't remember the name.
Oh, Mrs. Society? Yes. Yes.
Check out Minister Society if you have not seen it. You can see me be actively traumatized by that movie, but I just thought it was going a different way, and I was like, I can't do this. I can't.
Yes. Luckily, they just went in there. They went in there. So they went into into the corner store to get Tic Tacs and get and get a soda.
Scene ever.
And then Stacy and his friend roll in and try to rob the gas station, but all they really they were trying to kill nobody. All they wanted was some condoms. Was condoms and weed. They show that in the BT version.
No, it's not that. But like, why you had to rob the store for that?
I guess they really probably could have stole, but I don't know, because like now some corner stores would have things like condoms behind the counter, because like people would steal them, so they would have, like, nowadays they don't, but like most of them would have those things behind the person's head. So like things like that in certain neighborhoods, they're like, no, I'm not putting that out because you're gonna steal it.
You gotta rob somebody to do it.
He said he had no money.
Just curious. What's the point of banging if you still ain't got no money? You might as well do something different. Ain't that one of the incentives? If you gon' bang, you actually gonna get money from it?
No, you have somebody to rob with you. You have a partner.
You have a partnership for the banging. Okay.
You have a community.
Games are about friendship.
Yes, it's community.
Got it.
So he had the community with him. Him and, dang, what was his name? What was his best
Boo?
friend? Yes, him and Boo. Stacy and Boo come in.
What was he on? He was
in so many movies.
Right, he was very popular.
Yes, he definitely was.
I'm just thinking Moesha, but I'm sure something else.
Yes. Oh yeah, because he was Kim's boyfriend in Moesha. I forgot about that.
He was good. He didn't do enough talking in this movie.
I was thinking about Coach Carter, Sunset Park.
Oh yeah. All I can see is just Moesha and that baby face.
But because that was still one of my favorite scenes. They're robbing the convenience store. I don't know why it took them so long to rob that convenience store. Like, if you're going in there for two things, like, why did it take you so long?
They were very comfortable. I can tell you that much.
Like, it took them a long time to rob this store.
He was like, what y'all want? Y'all want something? I mean, I got the gun up, so, I mean, we might as well just get it while we all here. You want something to drink? You want a snack? What y'all trying to do? Hey, you need a ride? Let me take you to the thing. I need those condoms, but let me take you to the dance. I'll give you a ride.
Yes. So then they all leave the convenience store that they just robbed. They get in the car. They get pulled over by the cops because they have a tail light out. And Boo starts crying. And Stacy's like, "Get your crying over stuff in the back seat." What I tell you?
Why are you laughing at Boo? He was traumatized. He said he didn't want to go to jail, and I feel him because he knew what was going to happen to him.
But you were so confident robbing the store, but when you got pulled over 2 minutes later, you start crying. And like, but even at the beginning of getting pulled over, he was like, "Y'all calm down, don't get loud, just open them windows." And as soon as the cops said, "Get the car," he was like, "Ooh."
First of all, this is me in real time, because that's exactly what I would do. Because I'm not going down like that, because you already know you got the gun right there. No, I'm doing it. I'm having a whole panic attack. Y'all have to take me to the hospital, and maybe that'll save us, but it's going to be a real panic attack because I'm not doing it.
So yes.
I don't want to go to jail. I go to jail.
I'm the same way. I am the same way. I am a Boondocks version of I am not going to jail because you would not do what they do to you. No, I'm not doing it. So anywho, we see that it's hilarious stories, and we talk about like how they navigate getting through all these things. We also see more peer pressure as they get into high school when they formulate a whole bet to see who can have sex first, and it just becomes
another thing that did not age well.
It becomes a full thing, but also another way that Mike rose above the pressure of, even though he was first, he didn't tell anybody.
Well, I think also because like it wasn't a game for him. Yeah. Like he actually, oh my gosh, okay, but he like actually liked her, and he wasn't like who can get it first. He was just like, no, this is important to me. Like it's not a game, so
yeah,
why I can't win at something that's not a game.
Yeah. I like how you said that, Jasmine.
All right.
Oh my God.
As we move along, did we see a lot of race issues there?
I think that we saw definitely one of my biggest issues, I think, was cops in the 90s, early 2000s.
But see,
well, I ain't gonna lie, we still have that issue sometimes, because clearly.
But it's very loaded too, because we're also in California. We're in Southern California, so that's a thing, right?
Rodney King was a thing.
I'm saying, like, that happened in the 80s, so everybody's well aware.
92, I do believe.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. I thought it was 80-something.
91,
okay.
92.
Okay, so that happened not too long after that. And then, okay, my brain just stopped working. But, and then we have black cops who are enforcing laws. I think they probably could have been worse, but, like, they still are not kind or good to to scared teenagers. Like, you just pulled over, like, scared teenagers. You don't have to, like, search them and, like, have them up against the wall and do all the things. Like, they're just throwing their weight around.
And we see that in, like, multiple movies. Like, I would say, like House Party, the way that those cops did them. And
don't we see that in everything? Like, every
Boys
black
in the Hood
movie
talks about it,
that has to do with any kind of black man or black teenagers, there's always going to be some element of the police coming in and asserting their power, because that's like their lived experience. That's how it goes.
But it's also the ones to see the lived experiences of ones like this, where it's black police officers who do them like this. So, which is a whole
nother level of things. It gets more complicated. But if you are a black and brown person, a black and brown teenager, right? How does this like affect the way that you grow up and interact?
I think that it like affects us even as adults. That there's always this element of knowing that there's something inferior about me, or something that I cannot change, fix, or whatever. Like, I can be the most confident person, I can be feeling the best, but let a cop car get behind me, like, degree out the window. I don't know nothing. I don't like I am nobody. I am nothing. I can't save myself. Like, this is it. There's an element of fear there that there's like. It's like it's nothing.
It is fear, and it also like the stay ready mentality, right? Like, black people have to be hyper vigilant, always, to a certain extent, and they also have to be. This is also another video that we should do. Why black people can't take nothing serious. You have to be ready to switch between both, because look, what just happened is homeboy was crying. They were just up against the window. They were about to go to jail, right? And they really could have. And then the next minute, they're at the dance, doing what they got to do, right? And so like switches. There's a Tootsie Roll at that point, but so they were doing what they had to do, and like you have to turn it on and turn it off really quickly. Like, oh, like I just almost could have like literally died, but like we got a dance to go to, so let's go have fun. Yeah, and that is kind of what it is to be black.
I think that because it's a reality, but it's a reality that can't be changed. So I can have my moment.
It can, but that's another conversation.
I mean, so I can have my moment. I can either be sad about it. I can have a full blown cry it out, like, you know, Boys in the Hood style. Let me like, you know, be in there punching air and crying it out. Or I can just be like, all right, let's go ahead and go to this dance and deal with them tomorrow, because we're gonna see them again.
Exactly, that's the thing. This is our life. So like, why are we spending too much time on it? Like, whatever, this is just part of it. We're gonna try not to do it again, but
let me go in there and get some females. Yeah. So I don't know. It's a full thing. How we look at teenagers, how we look at how they're affected, and then also in this absolute feel good movie. I have questions and need answers. What you got? But let me tell you, my list was so long, y'all. I need my phone.
Please understand.
Yes, because it was a lot.
Had questions.
First question that need an answer from me. So when they find Ro and he at his ex-girlfriend's house, and he gets and he asks for some coffee, and he gets in the back seat with the whole coffee pot. Was this man just riding around in the back seat with a coffee pot in his lap?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because he brings it back. He was very responsible when that happened. He was like, here you go.
And he was in there with that box of grits. Why you got grits and I fixing your breakfast? He said I was hungry. I was hungry. Yeah, okay.
Gone.
Do you remember when they robbed the corner store? When they robbed the corner store and Stacey tripped going into the corner store?
No, when I saw it, I was like, did they push him? Like, what is going on? Because the first thing I saw, I don't know. All I could see was him just stumbling in, and then after that,
but you know what? Like... Makes absolute sense, because when they walked into the corner store, that's when the people asked Mike, "What up, blood?" Because he had on the blue. So there was other blood standing outside. Remember?
What are you trying to say? We're trying to initiate him or something?
No, I'm just saying that there were other people outside. Mm-hmm. So like, it's like maybe somebody was like look out, or like maybe somebody did push him in. Like, I don't know.
Weird. We don't know.
Don't know. I never thought about that.
Mine was probably edited, so I don't know. So again, they were very comfortable because Stacey was like, "Yeah, I'll take you to the dance." Like, if you were robbing somewhere, why would you let people know where you're gonna go next?
Yes, I'm telling you I'm going next.
I'm robbing you, but also in 5 minutes you can find me over here if you need me later.
I'm not driving down 12th Street.
Not wise.
Did not care.
Not at all. Go ahead.
Okay, so my question: they went to the school dance. And they were acting like they had never seen these girls before. I don't know how big their school was. I don't know. But I'm trying to figure out what had to have happened. What high school did you have to be in that you had never seen these girls before? Because they was like, ooh, look at her. And ooh, look at her. Ain't these the same girls that you had in math class on Tuesday? Like, you don't know these girls?
Okay, but I will say that once, when you go to like a school function event outside of school, when it's a dance and people are supposed to dress up and look a certain way, folks be shocked like, oh wow, like this is how you really look.
But then also I'm like, so you getting all these girls' numbers, and I'm also trying to figure out that y'all wasn't putting them in phones or being sneaky. You were literally sitting there with a pen and paper. They didn't see you getting, I don't know. I was just like, okay.
They didn't care?
Okay.
They did not care.
Did you recognize that Christina Milian was the girl that Ro was dancing with?
Yes. Yeah. Who else was like randomly famous in this movie? Did you recognize anybody else?
Dawn Lewis was the woman at the laundromat.
She was.
Yeah. Ro's mom was what's her name?
Mom. I was like, who was Mike's mom? I thought that I knew her at first. But I didn't.
The one from Family Matters and a Half and Half. I can't think of her name, but yeah.
Yes.
Why did they go all the way to the school dance? They came back from the school dance and Boo was still in the backseat. I thought like he didn't get dropped off at no point. Like,
I was like, what is going on? Just get out of the car. He was like, literally get in the back or walk home. Or didn't he say I'm gonna beat you up?
Yeah,
he
said,
dude.
You got. Well, he said I think they got 2 options, but he gave him 3. He said either get in the back seat, either walk home, or get beat down.
Stacey went in school, so he missed that day. So
still, I'm like, so y'all rode around while they was at the school dance, and at no point did Boo get out. He just still in the back seat. You done pulled back up like an hour later, and he's still in the back seat.
That's not your friend, dog. Like, get out. Go do something else.
Well, he also said he wasn't his friend. We had 2. You had one job. I went up for some zigzags. You went over there and grabbed soda and condoms and everything, and you didn't grab the things that I needed. I'm the one with the gun. I'm gonna go to jail longer, and you didn't grab what I needed. You was not my friend either.
So Charmaine is doing mediation with all gang members who struggle with communication. She will do mediation classes for you all.
If I told you to work it out. So if we're here and we're robbing a place, I am the one in the front with the gun out, and I tell you to go in there and get what I need, and then you leave and you do not get what I need. So now I'm going to jail, and I still didn't get my zigzags.
Okay, that's the thing that you pissed off about. Not the fact that, okay, anyways, you can't drive your candy red. Anyway, okay. But also, clearly it was impulsive because they pushed him in there. He was like, I don't know about this, dog. And they were just like, go, we need our stuff. Really, maybe he was doing it for somebody else. You think he was doing it for the dudes outside?
I mean, but he said the whole reason why they went in there is because he needed zigzags. And then Boo was like, oh, I need the condoms.
So we're going to move on because I don't have an answer.
Did you catch that Mike went to USC, the same where he went and lived in basketball?
No, I did not. Go ahead with the universe. It's all connected.
I'm just saying. Whatever. Okay.
Okay. Question. Why did we this is me just asking a question. Maybe I need to ask my sister because this is also her favorite movie, but why did they need to break the fourth wall?
What does that mean?
Why did they need to like look at the camera like at the very beginning when Omar looks at the camera and he's like, well, this is the way it goes. And I'm like,
you know what?
You don't have to do that.
And what's weird is that they never do it again. So yeah, I didn't understand that either. Like they do it at the very, very beginning and then we never do it again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know.
So I don't know.
What's a mud bone? That's slang that I don't know.
When did they say that?
Slim says that, fully grown Slim says that to Ro when they're about to fight or whatever. When
he's like,
kick your mud bone tail. I was like, what does this mean?
I don't know what that
I need to know what this insult means. Can I say that? Can I call people that? That's not a thing.
I don't know. I gotta Google because I have no idea.
I couldn't find it.
Okay.
This is the same thing. My question: they had Scared Straight in the 80s. When did Scared Straight start? Because somebody referenced it.
I thought
they
it was
were
like
like,
80s.
I'm gonna be on Scared Straight, and I was like,
thought that was like really early. Like the newer versions came out again.
But they
like
made a TV show afterwards. But they were actually doing Scared Straight in the 80s, like taking kids to prisons and stuff.
Think so. I don't know.
I got a question.
Okay.
I just didn't know. My question is, why did they think that those arguments with the girls, like all the girls that they were trying to convince to have sex with them, why did they think those arguments were going to work?
I mean, you heard Slim. You let Terry go. And I know I look better than him. And I know I look better than him. But that's my argument. Like, what?
You're guaranteeing it's not going to work. You're going to say, hey, do you want to have sex? No. Well, I heard you was a hoe anyway. Why would anybody change their mind and be like,
somebody else. And it's crazy that even though she was mentioned, that they never show her again. Monica is Lamaya Good, Megan Good's little sister. Lamaya.
She got a sister. I don't know that. Okay. Great. I don't remember.
Yeah, she's did some movies too.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that's Monica. That was Mike's girlfriend. But you only see her in that one scene when they're about to do.
Maybe she was at the dance or something at some point. But that's my question. Like, they're just the rhyme and reasoning. I was just like, you were literally insulting people and being like, sure, do you want to do this thing? And
but Mike, but Slim also had like I don't know, all the arguments were bad because Slim's arguments was like also the sadness. Like, you know, I could like swell up and explode, like, and then like Roach like I'm gonna convince you like this is natural, and Mike was like, you already going down the wrong path, why not finish?
That's what I'm saying. That is not encouragement to anybody, not a single thing. And let me tell you another thing. Okay, you are not responsible for anybody's body at any point. So if somebody is reaching their limit, if they feel like they are sexually frustrated and they say that it's your fault, it is not. You're not responsible for anybody's body. Okay, just put that out there.
Let them know, Jasmine. Let them know.
It was an auntie moment because I get frustrated because people try to do that a lot. Okay.
That's all. Yes.
These ages. Okay, help me understand. I was looking up ages. I said, what? Okay, Melinda, who plays Alicia, when she was younger, not older Alicia, younger Alicia, is the same age. No, she's older than Taye Diggs and Omar
Epps
and Mike. I think she's the same age or older than all of them at the time, like right now at filming. What is going on here? I know how it works. I know how it goes. It's Hollywood, but like, that's a lot.
Yeah.
She's the same age as them.
I get it.
In the future, playing some. Okay. All right. That's all. I feel a way about it.
Hey.
These ages. I can't get over it.
Okay. Do you have any other quick questions and any answers?
That's all for now.
Okay.
It was solid. I don't have a lot wrong with this movie. It was very good. It was fun. I like a little light, you know what I'm saying? I like it too heavy in black trauma. Mm-hmm. It's good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's good. I think that it also normalizes us as a lot of people. We're normal teens who have normal feelings, normal things that go through all of us, and then it's funny. It feels serious at those times.
It's embarrassing. Yeah. It's awkward.
It feels like this like really is a problem, but and then we grow out of it.
Feels like the end of the world.
Yes. All those things. Mm-hmm. So if you guys have not watched it, please watch the movie. Like Jazz. Well, by the time that this airs, it would not be still on BET on Saturday. I don't know. It may be. Check it out. Because BET does run some stuff over and over and over again.
Sure do.
So, as always, like, comment, tell us what you thought. Tell us some of your teen experiences and how those things looked, or things that you picked out in the movie. What are some of your questions that needed answers? And just like, what were your thoughts?
Mm-hmm. And tell us your funniest moments too.
Yeah. how do you feel about not being able to button up your shirt all the way without getting nervous? As always, guys, I laugh. Jasmine gives me the eye roll, and we stay mentally dope.